Hello, we're going to be talking about me today. First, I would like to tell you that my wife seems to think that I'm an antisocial person. I don't necessarily agree, but we have lived next to the same neighbors for 6 years now, and I don't think I've said more than 3 words to any of them. So I guess under those grounds that would make me somewhat of an antisocial person. But anyways, that's beside the point. Let's carry on with my briefing. My name's Frank Burkhart. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself today. First thing I'm going to tell you is a little bit about where I grew up and where I'm from. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my military career, some of my assignments, some of my deployments, and finally I'm going to wrap it up with my hobbies or stuff that I like to do on my off-duty time. So let me get right into where I'm from. I'm from Duluth, Minnesota. I was born and raised there, spent 18 years there. It's an outdoors type place and I enjoy being outdoors. I like the climates and I like the different temperature environment, the snow. There's a lot of snow activities, outdoor activities, and that's what I enjoy. It's very easy to find Duluth, Minnesota on a map. If you find Lake Superior and you find the point of Lake Superior, if you put your finger on the point, that's where Duluth, Minnesota is. So now that you know where I'm from, where I grew up, let me move over into some of my military history, some of the background, deployments, and assignments that I had. I enlisted in the Air Force in October 1993, which is a long time I'm sure for some of you that are watching this video. And my first duty assignment was Edwards Air Force Base in California. It's a very hot, dusty, not a very good assignment. There's not much around in that area. I did about 4 years there, then I moved to Minot, North Dakota, which I'm thinking the Air Force just had a sense of humor from sending me from a desert to the coldest spot in the United States. I did do 7.5 years in Minot, which is a very long time. But I did meet my wife there and we got married, and the next assignment that we did have was Lodges Field in the Azores. So we went joint assignment to Lodges Field in the Azores. We spent 2 years there and we were able to get an assignment back to Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho. Mountain Home Air Force Base is a great base. That's where I'm currently at. I plan on retiring there. It's a lot like Minnesota, just not as extreme with the temperature changes and the different snow, but there's mountains, there's outdoors activities, so I really enjoy it. So that's my assignments and where I've been. Let me go into a little bit more about my deployments. I've been deployed several times. I've spent some time in some good places like Diego Garcia, where I did sit on the beach and wander around in the 92-degree water. It's a very cakewalk deployment. I watched the B-52s fly overhead and they basically bombed Afghanistan, came back, and I was there to support the aircraft. Next, I would say on contrast for that deployment would be Afghanistan. I've been to Kabul. I did 141 combat convoys through the downtown streets of Kabul. It was an interesting experience, actually a very good experience. I enjoyed it a lot. It's probably one of my favorite deployments. So now that you know a little bit about my military background, some of my deployments, the bases I've been, finally I'd like to tell you a little bit of the things that I like to do in my off time, some of my hobbies. First, as I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised to know, camping is one of my favorite hobbies. It's not unusual for me to get off work on a Friday night and pack up the trailer and the family and head up into the mountains. There's a lot of different areas and locations we can go to in Idaho that provides a lot of camping, a lot of outdoor activity. It's just good to be with the family, spend some time around the campfire or playing in the water with my son. So camping is obviously a very good family type hobby that we do all the time. Finally, my next hobby would be golf. I enjoy playing golf. I enjoy being outside and outdoors on the golf courses, and it's also another sport that's very good to do with your family. So recently my wife and my 7-year-old son have taken up golf with me, so we play together, go out and hit a few balls. And then also if I take one of my friends, it can be more of a competitive type atmosphere where I can play competitively instead of just hitting the ball out there with my family. So those are some of my main hobbies. That's what I enjoy to do on my off-duty time. Hopefully when I retire I can spend a little bit more time doing some of those things. So today, in conclusion, I hope that you learned a little bit about me, a little bit more about me anyways, and some of the things that I like to do, some of the different assignments and different deployments that I've done in my 20 years in the Air Force, and then also where I grew up and where I came from. So I hope this will help in some of the posts and the different videos and stuff that we watch of each other. And everybody, good luck in the class, and thank you for watching my video.